Shalom. This video is relating to countries moving away from the dollar. Countries worldwide dropping the US dollar, de-dollarization. China, Russia, Brazil, which is part of the BRICS. The global de-dollarization campaign is gaining momentum as countries around the world seek alternatives to the hegemony of the US dollar. Why are countries ditching the US dollar? Some countries like China, Russia have sought to diminish the influence of the US dollar as a means of countering perceived American hegemony and mitigating impact of US sanctions. In a nutshell, they want to break free of the being subject to the US dollar and use alternative means of financial means of currency to do business and trade, so they won't have to be subjected to the US dollar, man. So they won't be so dependent on it. What happens if the US dollar crashes? Cost of imports goods will skyrocket because of foreign companies will no longer want dollars. The government will lose its ability to borrow at its current levels, forcing it to raise taxes or print money to cover its shortfalls. Quantitative easing. Inflation will be at levels we have never seen because of higher imports. Imports will be higher. Cost of goods will be higher. Everything will be higher. Inflation, hyperinflation, superinflation. See, what the?
She wouldn't have hauled ass like she was doing. I'd be on it.
Will the dollar stop being the world currency? To reiterate, it's rather unlikely that the US dollar would simply stop being the world's reserve currency overnight. That said, there is a distinct possibility that the dollar's overwhelming role in international trade and commerce could gradually diminish in the coming years. So over a period of time, these countries moving away, various countries moving away, such as you've seen these new countries, for example, Iraq, France, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia. You have the South American countries, Venezuela, Brazil. Brazil, Venezuela. And you have in other countries, I believe, South China. You see other countries. There's a report that somebody posted. These various countries, Bangladesh, India. So all these countries are moving away. So that's going to cause the influence related to the influence globally to diminish. You know what I mean? Because the dollar is not going to be needed like that, man. They'll have alternative relating currency, and people will use that, and that's what they want anyway. So they break off dependency of what? The U.S. dollar, man. So it might not be, it might not happen automatically, but over a period of time, as these countries increase relating to diminishing, taking, removing themselves from using the dollar, then that's the less influence relating to that power that the dollar has globally, man. All right, let's get what is hegemony? Leadership or dominance, especially by one's country or social group over others. The leadership, dominance, dominion, supremacy. And that's what that dollar is, man. You know what I mean? It's the leadership, the global influential leader relating to the financial markets, man. The dominance and supremacy that's been over periods of years relating to that US dollar, man. The authority, master, control, financial control. The dollar wants to control, it wants to control who uses that dollar by having these countries be subject to it, man. That's that form of control. Subject to use what? The USD, man. So that's why these countries are breaking that, man. That sovereignty goes to that power, that rule, man. Scripture talk about the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked, man. So you control the money, you control the world, man. The one who controls the money controls the world. Klaus Schwab says, you'll be a slave and you'll love it, man, in a matter of speaking, man. You know? The world waits to the WE, which is the World Economical Forum. So, in simple terms, one who has that money controls everybody else, man. That 1% controls the other 99% of this population, man, because they have that money, man. Let me get that real quick. There are various countries, like I was saying, South American countries, Venezuela, Brazil. You know, all these countries, you know, they're moving away from the dollar. Bangladesh on that report, India, Saudi Arabia, Iran, I believe Iraq, and these various countries, man. You know, they're moving away from the USD, man. Bans the US dollar. No, Iraq bans the US dollar. Egypt's another country that ditches USD. France and Pakistan, which pays with the yuan. So all these other countries, man, they add into the BRICS, which is the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South African countries, man. Plus you have in all these various other countries. They had a forum relating to how they can, you know, change as far as, you know, moving away, how they move away from the dollar, man. You know, all these various countries, man. So like over a period of time, the more countries you see, the more global impact, the less global impact and influence that the US dollar eventually will have, man. All right, let's get Revelations Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. So it's going to speak with authority. It's going to speak with authority, with that draconic type measure, man. A few verses back talks about how it came as a lamb, now spake as a dragon. So it's going to have that authority now. You know what I mean? It's going to force using that authority to make form of compliance upon the people, man. And he had power to give life into the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause. As many would not worship the image of the beast shall be KILLED or DIE or deleted, man. So the consequence of non-compliance would be that, man. You know what I mean? So it's going to come with a more draconic measure to make the people comply so it can comply to make them do what they to do the will of the ones who are in the position of power, man. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hand. So all denominations of people, whether rich, poor, free or bond, homeless, none are going to be exempt as far as that, man. You know? So they're going to have to participate. It's going to be aggressive, mandatory, global participation, man. And that no man might buy or sell or save he had the mark and the name of the beast or the number of his name, man. So you're not going to be able to participate and function normally in society unless you participate in this. You don't participate, you're going to be outcast. You're going to be outcast. Let's get that word, outcast. You're going to be outcast in this society. Outcast meaning a person who has been rejected by society or social group. So society is going to reject. You're going to be rejected by society because you didn't participate in this. That's why many are going to participate in this, because they want to continue. If they want to continue to function normally in society, they're going to participate in this. You know. Another word would be reject, a pariah. A pariah is an outcast, man. So you're gonna have some pariahs. The pariahs are gonna be spiritual pariahs, ones who go against not participating in certain things, man. You know, rejected or cast out, man. So many are going to be ones who don't participate are going to be rejected and cast out, man. We'll start at the top again. And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, and the image of the beast shall both speak and cause many to worship. That as many would not worship the image of the beast shall be killed. So like I said, they'll come with the draconic measure to make force the people to comply to his will, man. The ones who don't comply, there's going to be a consequence, man. Number 16, and he calls all, both small, great, rich, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hand and their foreheads. And that mark is a physical mark, man. There's going to be a physical mark, either in the right hand or the forehead. It's going to be a physical mark. And that relates to all denominations. None are going to be exempt. Number 17. And that no man might buy or sell that, save he had the mark, and the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to buy, sell, trade, or do anything without participating, relating to according to related to having a specific thing, man, related to that mark. Here is the wisdom. Let him have the understanding. Count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and the number is 666. Cause a stigma, man. Barcode, man. You're that barcode. You're gonna be that human barcode. You're the product code, man. The human product code. They'll scan you and they'll identify all things that's relating to that product that's on you. Your personal health, everything. That's what that is. This was something short because you see in more countries pretty much ditching, denouncing the dollar, man. You know what I mean? You're going to probably see a lot more, you know what I mean, coming, man. So I hope this helps in some way. This give all praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Rakakadash. Zayah Wolf Shalom.